Welcome to your free video lesson from TeachUComp Incorporated. Be sure to check out your exclusive discount offer at the end of your free lesson.
Let's examine how we can create point type text in Elements. Point type allows you to create text where each line of text is independent of the other lines. In Elements, you can create either horizontal or vertical text. As you type, the length of the line will grow. If you delete characters, the line of text will shrink. However, the line will not wrap to the next line of text. To create a point type text layer, select one of the type tools from the Tools palette. And I think we'll select the horizontal type tool. Your mouse pointer will turn into a little I-beam character, and this character marks the baseline of the text. The baseline is the line upon which the text will rest. So just click into the image at the place where you want the text baseline to appear. We're going to write Happy Holidays across the bottom here, so we're going to click and start our text right about there. Next, use the Options bar to set your font options. First, use the Font drop-down to select which typeface you want to use. Right here. Lots to choose from. I think we'll select one of my favorites. And we'll choose Cool Vetica. Now next to that, there's another drop-down, which is called the Font Style drop-down, which allows you to set whether the text is regular, bold, italic, etc. And this changes for each type of font typeface. So you can use that if it's available. You'll see that for the font that I chose, it isn't. If we go back and choose something like Arial, then we can adjust that and choose a different option. We're going to go back to Cool Vetica. Next, we're going to use the font size drop-down right here to select our font size. Now, this is a pretty big image file, and we want this to be quite large, so we're actually going to add in 200 point type text, which is quite large. But again, we're dealing with a very large image, and we will adjust the size of the image at the end anyway. Then you set the anti-aliasing mode for the text, which, when turned on with the toggle button, prevents jagged text edges from the next drop-down that we have available here. So, we have that anti-aliased right there, so it's just a toggle button, and it's probably hard to see. It's very subtle when it's activated and when it's not, and we'll leave that on. The next few buttons allow you to add faux bold, faux italic, underline, and strike through text. Faux means that if the font you choose doesn't have either a bold or an italic version, this feature will change the text to mimic the effect. So we have those choices there. The next options that we have here is a drop-down, or 3 buttons in version 5.0 that allow you to set the alignment of the text. So we have a drop-down here. Remember, in version 5.0 you just have the 3 buttons, but we'll use the drop-down. You can left align, center align, or right align the text, whichever you want to do. Next, we have what's called leading, and that determines the amount of space between the baselines. Now, the default leading set is auto, where Elements uses 120% of the type point font size, which keeps the top and bottom of your text lines from bumping into one another. So you can adjust that if you want using that drop-down. And we'll just go ahead and leave it. Then you click the Font Color box to launch the color picker right here and choose the color that you want. And we'll choose that color. You can also click the Warp Text buttons right here, and that will create a shape for your text. Let's look at that. So we can click that, and it'll warp the text. You can use a drop-down then and create different shapes: arcs, bulge, flag, wave, etc. We'll cancel that because we don't really want that for that. Now, after setting your desired options, type the text that you want to use on your keyboard. To apply your changes when you're finished, remember we have to click the confirm checkmark button. So let's do that. Now we're happy. We'll click the checkmark button and we'll see our text there. Now remember, if we don't like the position of it, we can use our move tool and we can move it anywhere we want in our image. Now let's look at how we can create paragraph text in Elements. When you enter paragraph text, the lines of text will wrap to fit the dimensions of its bounding box. You can enter in multiple lines of text easily here with a paragraph alignment that you set in the options bar. You can then change the size of the bounding box to change the flow of the text within the bounding box. You can also do this while you're entering text or later after creating the text. You can also use the bounding box to rotate, scale, and even skew the type in the bounding box. You'll see here in our image that we have some paragraph text already entered. But to create new paragraph text, you select one of the type tools again. We'll select the same one. And then you click and drag your mouse in the image to set the border of the bounding box to which you wish to type the text. Then you set all your options up in the options bar just like before. After that, type the text that you want into the bounding box. You can press Enter on your keyboard to create a new paragraph. Unlike point text, however, you do not need to press the Enter to create a new line within the same paragraph, as the text will automatically wrap when it encounters the edge of the bounding box. If you type more text than the bounding box can hold, you'll see a small icon appear that looks like a square divided into 4 quadrants. The icon indicates that the text is overflowing the bounding box. You can resize, rotate, or skew the bounding box to adjust it to meet your needs. So we can go into the bounding box and type in our text. Now you'll see here, let's go ahead and increase this font size. And here's what we mean, in that the text doesn't really look how we want it. So we're going to go in here into the bounding box and you can resize the bounding box until it fits your needs, just like that.
Thank you. We hope you enjoyed your free video lesson from Teach You Comp Incorporated. Like what you see? Pick up your copy of our complete tutorial today and be sure to visit us at www.teachucomp.com/YouTube for your special bonus offer. Our complete tutorial featuring introductory through advanced material is available on CD-ROM or digital download. You will receive our high-quality video lessons plus printable instruction manuals in one easy-to-use training package. With over 24 titles to choose from, you'll be sure to find the training you need in Microsoft Office, QuickBooks, Photoshop, and much more. Visit us today.